Hello, I'm Lieutenant General Todd Semonite, 54th Chief of Engineers, and we're on the road again. Tonight we're in the motor pool here with some great soldiers in Kuwait. And with me is a member of the members of the FEST team. FEST stands for Forward Engineer Support Team. And we have several of these in a regiment. These soldiers are with the 416th Tech and specifically the 348 FEST team. And then I've got with me Captain Gable. You're the commander of this particular team. So if you can, Kermit, tell us a little bit about what is a FEST team and maybe what some of your soldiers have done while they're over here.
Yes, sir, most definitely. 348 FEST, as you said, we're out of Houston, Texas. We are comprised of, on reserve side, we're comprised of 7 officers and 1 NCO. And when we deploy, we also get a prime power NCO, brings our numbers up to 9. We also get a civilian enablers that help us with our technical shortages, should we have some. In this case, our team's made up of electrical, mechanical, and civil engineers. We've also got some experience within topo. We've also got some traditional Army engineers, and they're trained in reconnaissance work and field-grade analysis work, such as sewage, water, electrical distribution, and so on. In country so far, we've done 48 projects in the 6 months we've been here.
Wow.
We've been to 9 separate countries. We've inspected over 194 structures and have completed 11 environmental surveys.
So a lot of times when you think about an engineering capability, you might think you got to bring a battalion in or a company. But what your FEST team does, a very small, compact element of very, very highly technical people that are wearing a military uniform, who know how to go in there, talk to the warfighter, and to be able to make sure we understand how to translate that requirement back into a product on the ground. Very, very impressive record. So with me also is Captain David Mosqueda. David is the civil engineer who's on the team. And David, tell us a little bit maybe about your experience or some of the things that a FEST member might experience out on the job site.
Well, sir, the great thing about some of the projects that we've been doing is they run the entire gambit of all engineering. So it goes from civil engineering, master planning. That's some of the stuff that I've been doing, sir.
Wow.
So we have master plans to go to 11 different sites all over the AOR. So we have, that's a big picture down to a little picture kind of thing. So we have facility layouts, and once we have the facility layouts, we incorporate environmental works, we incorporate force protection, electrical power generation, communications, and that comes into play with the teams that we have here with 348, and also other engineers along with RCENT and other pieces of civil engineering. So when we do that, we can go all the way down to the individual building layout, and it goes from top sky to the soldiers' boots on the ground, sir.
So David, I mean, what you really do is you bring in that technical capability, but it comes with the warfighter mindset who knows what a soldier needs, knows what a commander needs, and is really able to produce a product that makes a lot of sense. I think the other thing you talked about that I would think would be invaluable, in a contingency theater like where we are now, I mean, we've been here for several years, sometimes the missions of these base camps change, sometimes the size, the flow, the people come in and out. So I would think that the ability to have a master plan would be critical so that over time you can make sure you're building that the right way. I mean, have you seen that from your experience?
Yes, sir, absolutely. So what happens a lot of times is one unit might get in, another unit might come out, and they all have their own needs and their own commander's needs. So what a master plan will do is incorporate all those needs all at once with an idea to expand. Once we get that piece down, then it's really a master plan, not just a bunch of units hanging out at the same time.
Well, just before this, I met with your team, real impressed with the passion and the technical capability of them, and what you bring to the fight is a big deal, but you're also away from your families, and you're here to be able to help make sure that the warfighters can do their mission. So I just want to thank you guys for a great job. Appreciate you from being from Houston, Texas, and the 348 has obviously made a great mark. Kermit, appreciate your work. David, great job, outstanding. And make sure you pass my thanks on to the rest of the team from the 348. Thanks an awful lot, guys.